Welcome back, film fans. Now, as much as I love a good genre movie, it's always a real pleasure to come across a film that uses a completely atypical setting to make traditional genre tropes its own. For this case, I'm not talking about subverting the genre expectations or traditions, but molding them perfectly with a very different setup. Check out this trailer for Viva Riva, and we'll see.
Viva! Viva!
Dis-moi tout, là.
Naib, c'est que
5, 6, voire $10 le litre.
oui, biso. Tuluka mbongo.
Nana na pusa pana na kumi na pale boyi $1000 na china misa kuna me.
Ce qui n'a signalé la banque. Ukufi.
Je vais te faire mal.
Oui, Riva. Je t'ai servi de moi comme un esclave! Ouais! Ouais, la sang!
Bongo eza lokola poisson. Suka. Ekoboma yo.
A number of years ago, Ensign Fish and his ship pulled into Portland for the Rose Festival, the first of 2 awesome visits. It was a great time and place to visit, and while I appreciate my sailors getting the chance to get smashed with tons of free drinks, I was looking forward to hitting Powell's books and catching some indie films that I hadn't had the chance to view in Seattle. It took me a little while to track down the theater I was looking for, but it was definitely worth it. I was there to see Viva Riva, and if IMDb was actually accurate, I was lucky to catch the movie in one of 3 theaters in the entire country where it opened. As far as I can recall now, excluding South African films, this is my only movie from Sub-Saharan Africa. I haven't been tracking film trends as much recently, but to my knowledge, this was something of a one-off genre breakout for Central Africa. But if anyone has any other recent recommendations, please post them in the comments. Getting back to the movie, we have a noir or neo-noir as it's described in some circles, shifting from the 40s or 50s LA and New York City to contemporary Kinshasa, the capital of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Interestingly, it goes for melding things a little bit differently. You see the darkness of the traditional noir setting, physical and metaphorical, mirrored by the portrayal of a vibrant city with routine brownouts. And from personal experience in tropical country, where we had rolling brownouts every night for months at a time, it can really break you down. Riva, our protagonist, has returned from working for a shadowy group in neighboring Angola. He's brought a truckload of gasoline with him, just in time to make a small fortune in a city running on empty. He seems to think it's all his gas, but there's some nasty folks on his trail who would argue otherwise. His buddies warn him to lay low, but he's got to get out and party. Not my area of expertise, but he does seem to be pretty smooth with the ladies. And before long, everyone in town seems to know about this guy spreading cash around who supposedly has access to a lot of gas. And everyone wants in on it. So we have a veritable checklist of noir tropes presented. For the most part, they all fall under a set of thematic genre expectations. By the same token, they also meet our expectations for a thriller set in this region of the world, or really any third world region. You have the anti-hero, a low-level hustler who's made good working for a criminal enterprise just over the border, and has come back to spread his newfound fortune in his old stomping grounds. His sad sack friend, tied down in a miserable marriage seeking a change. The seductive femme fatale, who is, of course, another man's kept woman. The authority figures are, of course, violent and corrupt. At every level, military, police, bureaucrats, etc., everything is available pay for play. And then the power figures who have been wronged are here to get back what was stolen from them. And everyone's paths will cross by the end of this. There are double crosses, murders, even a retro-looking day for night chase scene. And of course, a little bit of redemption at the end. As far as locations, there are sweaty whorehouses, mansions, decrepit warehouses, smoky nightclubs, all the usual established locations for good noir. Which really brings us to the next big point. For all the cinematic quality on display here, there's a lot of cinema verite here as well. There are a lot of scenes set in shantytown areas or half-built or decaying structures that sure as hell didn't get a lot of set dressing. I'm just going off IMDb here, but with a couple of exceptions, these are all local actors and actresses on their first or second film project. Or in many cases, this is their only listed credit. I was able to dig up a little bit more about this from the director's interview on the DVD. Many of them did have local work on the stage previously, followed by a few acting workshops set up by the director. Both Pat Chabet, the lead actor who plays Riva, and Manny Malone, playing his love interest Nora, list this as their first feature project. But you'd never believe that from watching them together. The director, Djo Munga, is a Congolese native who spent a number of years in Belgium studying cinema and making some smaller productions before heading back to the Congo to try his hand at a feature film. Filmed in both French and Lingala, a local regional dialect native to the Congo, it has a grimier feel, in part from the digital filming format that lends it an additional authenticity. But let's go back to a point I was trying to work on earlier. Sure, we can all laugh at corruption like we see portrayed in Casablanca as a classic.
How can you close me up? On what ground?
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.
You're winning, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
On the other hand, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I'm guessing that the vast majority of the middle class in the US or Europe has never seen this sort of thing before in real life. I've been in a few places that don't hand out traffic tickets. It's more like, why'd you pull me over? You swerve! Bad driver! He takes your license. Did you see a guy pull out in front of me? I had to keep from hitting him. Besides, I'm late to pick someone up from the airport. Maybe we make this go away. You hand him over 1,000+ pesos. I don't remember the going right now. It was years ago. Great! You pick up your license at police station tomorrow. Have a nice day. So on the one hand, the corruption element rings familiar from our Western experiences with noir, but for a local or regional audience watching this, it's an automatic recognition of a daily fact of life, presented clearly and explicitly for entertainment no less. This is the sort of element I referenced at the beginning of this video that both fits the genre to a T but also transcends it. My final call, this is a very good film, let alone a great genre film, coming from a region that doesn't historically have a real filmmaking tradition. It's very well produced, with excellent production quality, utilizing a cast of nearly entirely first-timers. Certainly not recognizable names or faces, with an entertaining, gripping plot that is very interesting and easy to follow at the same time. Lots of twists and turns, double crosses, and backstabbings. Now for the DVD. It's a decent package for an indie release. In addition to the movie, which includes optional English subtitles, no dub, sorry folks, there's also an interview with the director, another of his short films, and a trailer. For folks just want to take a dip with the movie though, it is available via Netflix DVDs right now, as well as Amazon streaming. You can also get the English subtitles in Australia on Region 4 DVD and the UK Region 2 DVD, but the only Blu-ray I can find right now is a German release that only has German subs. I can't speak for the quality of any other release other than the US. If you like crime flicks, film noir, foreign films, etc., whatever, just give this one a shot. I think you'll like it. Next week I'll discuss something with a little bit more magical realism, a favorite of mine from southeastern Europe. Stay tuned, film fans. Lieutenant Fish, out.